So we thought that each day during the NAB coverage, we would do a sort of a round table with our guests on what we thought was good, what was bad, and what we might want to add to our own shopping list. So I'm not sure where to start. So I'm joined by Colin Sandy, Ray Crenese, and of course Vance Willis. So let's start with you, Vance. What quick nifty microphone pick up there? What did you think was the highlight of day one?
I hated the walking. And I hated the weight of the camera. But so Blackmagic was certainly a big highlight. But a lot of walking today, a whole lot of walking. Blackmagic's camera, we'll see how that interface works out. Touch screen on the rear, and that's called a what was
Slate.
Slate control on the back. A surprise to everyone.
By the way, if anyone can hear this, the sea battle outside the hotel has just
great.
started.
We'll never hear that. We'll never hear that. Never hear that. But so Blackmagic came out with a number of pretty cool devices, but they were able to keep the camera quiet.
They were. That was.
Did anyone know about the camera?
No. Now, in fact, we were speaking to the PR lady that we talk to quite often, and she
Kristen.
and she was saying that they had kept it really quiet, and they hadn't even told. They hadn't invited journalists from the camera magazines, who they would, and they were just inundated by journalists from the camera magazines coming and saying, "We want to talk to somebody. We want to talk to somebody." So they had a lot of interest.
They also mentioned that they were a little skeptical about producing the camera because of what the other manufacturers would say, because they sold to a lot of camera manufacturers. We learned today that our live view unit that we were using had some Blackmagic technology on the inside of it, and a lot of other, I guess, camera manufacturers use Blackmagic stuff a lot. So I think they had a little bit of apprehension.
Yeah, but that looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think that was great. So the other big thing, which I'll pass the mic over, was from NewTek. So that one of these guys, or hand both of them over. Yeah. So what did you guys think about NewTek?
Thanks, Vance. It was amazing. There was a lot of rumors that maybe there'd be a high-end TriCaster, a low-end TriCaster. I don't know. Some rumors about new live sets, what have you. But the big news today was the TriCaster 8000. 8 full mix effects, and mix effects that you could actually reinsert into the mix, reiterative to, I don't know, infinity, it seemed. That they said they could have 50,000 different shows per pixel or something really crazy like that. But one thing that wasn't in any press release that was a big surprise to me was live motion tracking in the device.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. Kept very secret, but very impressive. Not sure how we'd use it in a production setting. Maybe
it looks
for
cool.
Sports, but it looks really.
I mean, what
really
you do,
cool.
you basically just pick up a bit of paper, weren't they, and moving it around, and you can impose an image or moving video on it, and it was just. And they didn't
amazing.
mention it, did they, in the presentation?
No, I. The thing is, I was sitting there and I said, "Oh, there's a real." 8,000 there on the corner, kind of like at the side of the booth, kind of, under the carpet. Let me go take a look at it. And I'm looking at the demonstration. Wait a second, they're doing motion tracking. It's not in the press release. They didn't really make any big ado about it, but it's there. It's incredible. Yeah. It's all the features are amazing. The social media integration with Facebook, Twitter, etc. But for me, the really big thing are the 8MEs.
Right,
It really gives you a lot of flexibility. Live sets within live sets with the virtual inputs that you have now, they're somewhat limited in that regard. Right, there's only so many iterations you can do, but with the full 8 mix effect channels, absolutely incredible.
Now we're all TriCaster users here, so I guess we're a little bit biased towards NewTek, but it was impressive. And Ray, what do you think?
Well, it was. I guess first of all, the walking, overwhelming, and the money. I mean, there is just a boatload of stuff to spend money on, and it's amazing. We talked about it when we were walking around today. I thought it was incredible that we're able to walk around with a backpack, stream live, the whole time, We had hardly any hiccups. A couple little ones when we got started. I know we had that, but just the fact that we were able to do that with HD, I mean, that's just really spectacular. You know,
It is
we
amazing.
walked all the way through, all the way through one of the halls. I guess like Colin and I later went over to Z Hall. We'll probably be talking about that. You'll visit later this week, but. Really and truthfully, the GoPro guys, we had a great time in the
They're
GoPro
very fired
booth.
up, yeah.
So they were fired up. They were handing out boatloads of stuff, giving everybody. They were giving 10. They gave out 10 things of everything they sell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of every GoPro
which was
product.
great. But there's some really cool things, and so we'll show that tomorrow or the next day when we actually go there, and we can show you the things. But they actually had some pretty exciting stuff coming.
And they were talking about doing streaming from GoPro cameras,
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah. So I'll say this much: controlling 50 cameras wirelessly through Wi-Fi, all through just 600 feet through a little a controller, also through your iPad, being able to scroll through them
And monitor them. Yeah.
and monitor them, which is just fantastic, and the bullet time effects in the Matrix.
Yes.
Well, they have racks and racks of GoPros that people are doing now and doing this really cool 3D looking stuff. So that's a whole still a disruptive technology, but it's back to what we were saying today, and that is the spread between the high end and low end stuff. There's just so much going on, but the quality is starting to neck down. You can get great quality out of all of these things. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, let's talk about the high end for a second. I mean, we kind of breezed by the Canon booth, and they had some incredible high-end L series quality cinema lenses on display.
Yes.
But I have to tell you, with the C300, the C500, excellent cameras, the Canon 1DC, excellent camera. But I know you're a Canon owner, I'm a Canon owner. But to tell you the truth, I mean, that first booth I came to, Blackmagic and their camera with a Canon mount on it.
Yes. Absolutely.
I think Blackmagic is getting my money, not Canon.
Yeah, and it blows me away that by sheer dumb luck, accident, whatever you want, it was a disruptive technology a few years ago with the 5D. Canon revolutionized a whole niche, and they're still terrified to take it over. It's amazing they're going to let everyone else do it. It's going to happen without them. There's nothing they can do to put this back in. But $2,000, and then the other product that went down. I'll hand it off to one of you. But the product that came down in price.
All right. Blackmagic. This is the Terranex 2D up, down, cross converter. I think that's on your wish list. We're talking about what we're going to put on our wish
It's
list.
absolutely on my wish list. As soon as it ships, I'm getting one.
But that's a product that effectively, and their spiel is great to listen to, but what they were saying, it's a $90,000 product originally. They cut it to $20,000 when they bought the company last November. They've re-engineered it, and it's now $2,000. So that's with
Thunderbolt.
a 45th of the price with Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt on everything. And we stopped at Motu, and there'll be a video up on a Motu a Thunderbolt device. We stopped at AJA, who was showing some couple of different Thunderbolt-enabled products. One, a quad that allowed you to take. They had it on a C500, Canon C500, and they were then taking the 4 SDI streams to a 4K monitor, and that looked really interesting. They also had a Thunderbolt proprietary SSD eSATA reader, and we thought at first, I looked at it and thought, Thunderbolt 2.5-inch drive eSATA, fantastic, but no, it's proprietary. And we did. Vance did ask them about it. What did he say when you asked that question?
Okay, so what we were told was that they did it for our own protection, making it a proprietary SSD drive, because originally we looked at it and I said, Mark, that drive is much smaller than a 2.5-inch notebook drive. And he said, yeah, it does look a little smaller. So we asked one of the product specialists, and the product specialist said, yes, we did it. We made it proprietary because we did not want you to be able to go out and buy an inexpensive drive, or a drive, maybe he didn't say inexpensive drive, a drive that would not supply the proper data rate for your recording. So we came in, saved the day, and we made a proprietary drive that you can only buy from us that will be super fast, essentially.
Right. Yeah,
That's what I got from it. I don't know exactly what he said, but I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that's
I don't
what he
know.
said. But every time I hear the word proprietary these days, I just I just switch
Sony.
off.
It's another razor argument.
Yes,
know?
it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
And I think we need to go and get some refreshments now.
I
and,
believe. Yes.
and recharge the batteries for day 2. So, anything else, guys, or are we? I think that's the highlight. There was lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. So a really good day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.